Peace and love, y'all. I'm Kiba, and in this video today, I'm going to be talking about maintaining your natural hair if you are a Black woman considering moving to Merida, Mexico. I have been living here for almost 3 years, and I primarily wear my hair in a wash and go like this, and I normally wash it every 2 to 3 days, but this week I just let it go. So this is a very old wash and go. And I really don't like when I let myself go this long because the detangling process is just out of control. So this is going to be a whole ordeal for me to deal with. But I'm doing the video because I'm actually about to do my hair in some mini twists. And I was like, you know what? Let me actually share some insight on maintaining your natural hair, some things that I feel like are very important for you to know if you are considering moving to this particular part of Mexico. So first things first is products. Being a Black woman, of course, living here, you're not going to be able to walk into a store for the most part and find like the natural hair products you may be able to find in the States at the beauty supply store or just really at the regular store, right? So upon moving here, I came here with a ton of the products I use for my hair because I don't really like to deviate. I've been using the same product line for years. I know what I like, I know what my hair likes, and I just didn't want to have to worry about trying to find something different. So I'll show you guys the products I use in just a little bit, but you definitely want to make sure you come here with a lot of your products. You may be able to find your favorite brand on Amazon Mexico, but 9 times out of 10, it is going to be way more expensive ordering it. So like the products I use, they are literally like 4 to 5 times more expensive if I were to order them from Amazon Mexico. So I brought a lot with me. And anytime I go back to the States to visit, I make sure I bring a whole lot back with me. So that way I just always have it. So you definitely want to make sure you do that. The second thing I want to talk about is the water, y'all. Like, and I mean the water like that you're going to be showering with, that you're going to be using to wash your hair. The water here is very hard. I'm talking about like very hard. So it may cause your hair to be more dry, more brittle, to be like more frizzy. So you may just want to keep that in mind when it comes to the type of products that you use. And of course, there's other things that tie into our hair being dry and brittle as well, like diet. Yeah, I used to be a hairstylist in one of my past lives. It's actually how I started my entrepreneurial journey. So I gotta just plug this information in real quick because when I was a hairstylist, I specialized in natural hair and I used to love to help my clients like change things around in their diet to promote healthier hair. So the beauty with living in Mexico is that you do have access to some of the best fresh produce. So when you do move here, make sure you're just eating a lot of fruits like berries, avocados, leafy greens, nuts, seeds. Make sure you're drinking water, and that will also help keep your hair really moisturized and hydrated from within because the hard water, it just depends on your hair type, your hair texture. It may not have the best response to it. For me, it hasn't been an issue, but everybody's hair is different. So that's that. The next thing I want to talk about is the temperature. So, I'm a natural woman who I wear my hair curly primarily the majority of the time. But since moving here, I do mini twists on my hair to help me like with retaining length and to just give me a break because wash and go. Sometimes I get tired of having to deal with my hair every 2 3 days. Or like I said, I let this go for a week, so I already know it's about to be real painful. It's going to be a struggle for me to detangle this, and I'm going to be mad at myself. But mini twist, they help me retain length. For my women who wear their hair curly, I don't know about y'all, but for me, it's much harder for me to retain length, I should say, with curly hair. When I used to wear my hair pressed out, it would just grow and grow and grow. It's like with curly hair, I'm like, whatever. So I'm actually gonna do some mini twists on my hair today, and I'm gonna show you guys, you know, this is the before. I'll probably come back and show you guys once I have it blown out and then what it looks like after I'm done twisting it. And I use the same products, whether I'm doing a wash and go or a mini twist. I use the same products, y'all. I use shampoo, conditioner, and a leave-in. That's it. 3 products, nothing more. My hair tends to get very oily on its own. So when I do wash and goes, I don't add any oil to my hair because it'll weigh it down. But when I do mini twist, I will like oil my scalp and things like that. So the water here is very hard. So you may just want to make sure you bring extra products that are for like hydration and moisturizing. Next, I want to talk about the temperature. Well, the weather, I should say, because it does get extremely hot here. Like during the spring and summer, it's a level of hot to where I'm like, I don't care if you grew up in Georgia, Texas, if you spent summers in Vegas, it's hotter than all of that. Okay? It's a crazy level of hot. And in my opinion, even if you have hair that is heat trained, like if you like to wear a silk press, I don't think your silk press is going to your silk press is not going to make it in this heat. It gets way too hot. So the women that I know, you know, some of my friends here who are natural, they either have locks, they're getting their hair braided, or they're just wearing it natural, whether it's a wash and go, some type of like protective style, like mini twist or bantu knots, a bun, you know, or they have locks. And that's another thing I want to touch on because if you do like to wear your hair braided or you have locks, you can definitely tap into the Facebook groups. The Brothers and Sisters of Merida is a great group to be a part of where you can find other women here who do braids, who do locks. There's also a salon, maybe two salons in Playa del Carmen that I've seen and heard about where people will take a day trip from Merida on the Audio bus. Um, it takes maybe like 3.5 hours to get to Playa del Carmen. They'll go to Playa just to get their hair done or maintenance and then come back. So you do have options if you like to wear your hair braided or you have locks. You definitely can find stylists who provide those services. You know, either in Merida or even if you just take the bus to Playa del Carmen to get that done. So I feel like those are some of the most important things for you to just know that you definitely want to make sure you come with your products. You know, if you like to wear your hair in a silk press, maybe in the cooler months, like between November and February, you may be able to, you know, get off with your silk press. But the spring and the summer, mm-mm. And then we also have the rainy season that starts like mid June through October to where you know, if you like to wear your hair straight, that would tie into that as well because it does rain during rainy season pretty much at some point every single day. And then it's super humid and then it gets back super hot. So I've never worn my hair straight here. The last time I got my hair pressed out, I had went to the States just to I pressed it out myself and just went and got a trim and then came back and it was right back curly like this. Something else I do want to touch on too when it pertains to hair before I go start this process of these mini twists is the sun. I spend a lot of time in the sun. I actually enjoy the really intense heat here. But the sun changed my hair color. Like you may not be able to tell in this video, but my hair is like this sandy brown color. I didn't even know this was possible for my hair. It's like 3, 4 shades lighter than it was when I moved here. So you may want to also keep that in mind. I don't mind it. I actually like it because from certain angles, it looks like I have like sometimes these like honey blonde almost highlights. And I'm like, I didn't even know the sun could change my hair color like this, but it definitely changed it for sure, for sure. So those are some of the things I just wanted to share with you guys. I will show you guys the products that I use. And no, this is no type of sponsorship, nothing. As y'all can see, this is a new channel. These are just products that I like. My hair likes them and my skin likes them. And that's important too because especially if you're wearing like a wash and go or some type of natural style and your hair is sitting on your face, you want to make sure that the products you're using in your hair are not interfering with your skin. So I'm very simple when it comes to what I use on my hair. So this brand right here, Giovanni, this is what I have been using for years. This is their direct leave-in weightless moisture conditioner. Their products are vegan, cruelty free. They have no parabens, no sulfates, and no artificial dyes. I love their products. I also use the smoothest silk conditioner as well. And I use my conditioners interchangeably. So if I'm out of this one, I will use the smoothest silk as my leave-in. And then this is their tea tree shampoo. So yep, these are all the products I use. So this is what I use for the wash and go. Like I said, this is a week old, so it may look a little bit, you know, it looks a week old for sure. But what I like about especially their conditioner is that it's very weightless. I like for my hair to be real airy when I'm doing a wash and go. I don't like it to be weighed down. And these products are very lightweight. So I really love them for that. And when I do these mini twists on my hair, I'm using the same thing. I'm gonna wash my hair with the shampoo. I'm gonna come behind that with the conditioner, detangle, and then I'm gonna leave some conditioner in, blow it out, because I like to do my mini twist from blown out hair. I'm gonna blow it out and then I'm gonna twist it up. And this will give me, my mini twist normally lasts for like 3 weeks to a month. So it just gives me a break from having to deal with my hair every day. Um, and yeah, I just like it's a really good style for natural hair living here for sure too. Because you know, with mini twists, you can put them up in a ponytail in a bun. They're really versatile. So I really do enjoy that. Something else is if you know, when it comes to like bonnets, satin scarves, all of that, make sure you bring that stuff with you as well, because you're moving to a country where, you know, black hair care isn't their primary audience. So it may be hard for you to find those things. I personally haven't looked for things like bonnets and satin scarves, because I just sleep on silk pillowcases. I have mulberry silk pillowcases that I just order from Amazon, and I don't know. I don't like having nothing on my head at night. So when I do wash and goes, and even when I do my mini twist, I don't use a bonnet or a scarf at night. I just sleep on the mulberry silk pillowcases. And even when I travel, I take my pillowcases with me, so that way I can just sleep freely. I don't have to put anything on my head. I just don't like it. I don't know why. But that's something else you may want to bring with you, are the things that you need in terms of your bonnets, your satin scarves, you know, the things that we use, if you're wearing a silk press to wrap around your hair, because it just may be harder for you to find those things here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this process of washing my hair and getting it blown out. And I will definitely come back and show you guys what the final look looks like. Okay. I am done. This is what they look like. It took me a little over an hour to twist it. My hair is very fine, so my mini twists are always a bit boneless on day one. They'll look more full after a few days go by and I've slept on them and they get a little bit frizzy. I actually like them best like by like day 5 or 6. But I'm just happy I don't have to think about my hair for the next 3 to 4 weeks. So I am thinking about going to the movies in the next few days, and if I do, I'm gonna bring you guys along with me just so you can get more of a glimpse into what regular experiences are like living here in Merida. But for now, I'm just happy to be done with my hair. The thing about when I do these twists, I do not strive for perfection. My parts are not perfect, and they're not even all the same size. But it doesn't matter, because in a couple of days you won't even be able to tell. You really can't even tell now, and nobody should be paying that close attention to my head anyway. So yeah, done. I'm about to find me something to eat and just chill for the rest of this evening. As you can see, we're at Gallerius Mall. This is one of my favorite malls here in Merida. It's in the north part of the city. This is where you'll find stores like Zara, H&M, and Liverpool, which is kind of like a mix between Dillard's and Macy's. So I love this movie theater because you have the regular side and you also have the platinum side where the seats recline. You can order food, drinks, and all of that. So today I am seeing Avatar Fire and Ash. I love science fiction movies, one of my favorite genres, because when you watch science fiction movies with your inner eye, it's so many codes and messages that are within science fiction movies. So this movie is like 3.5 hours. So I definitely need seats that recline. I'm here on a slow day, so it's not many people here, but this platinum side, it has its own waiting area and the bathrooms were really clean. So I really did appreciate that. So one thing I will say is that this theater was very cold. I did come with a poncho. As you can see, the seats are really plush, like real nice. I did come with a poncho, but I still had to ask one of the attendants if they could adjust the air conditioner because it was just brick. And I was like, I'm not gonna be able to sit through a 3.5 hour movie this cold. So keep that in mind, y'all. The movie theaters here be super cold. And something else you want to keep in mind is that if you're desiring to see a movie in English, you always want to look for movies that say subtitled. This will let you know that the movie is in English and it will have Spanish subtitles. So I just wanted to take you guys along with me today so you can see that you can have a very nice and divine experience at the movies here in Merida. So I'm going to get ready to, kick back, watch this movie. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video.